What's up, you all? How y'all doing today? About to get started with this live. Every time I come on here, my lips are chapped. I'm just going to get this one video together real quick. Um, I have a good little video I'm just going to play, but I got a good little video. But I'll let y'all come on in. Let me just get it. Let me just get it. A lot of you all, a lot of influencers, don't want to say this is fake because they feel like it's good content. I don't feel like it's good content. I feel like it's just, what's up, Michaela? I don't feel like it's good content. I feel like it's just a staged event and it's used to, people say distract. I don't even think it's to distract. I think it's just to zap your emotions so that you don't have any real emotions left to deal with the real issues. That's just my take on it.
Proud sponsors of the Oscars. This year, back at the Dolby. Biotech at the Dolby. Pfizer. Biotech and Oscars. This year, back at the Dolby. BioNTech and Pfizer.
What's up, Kelly Kales? How y'all doing, man? We're about to do this live. Y'all won't be able to see the images, but we're gonna do this live, dealing with this whole Will Smith situation. And I tell people all the time, what's up, Ansi? I tell people all the time that all you have to do is just follow the money. Like, you don't have to get emotionally involved or invest in any of this stuff. Just follow the money. If you follow the money, I promise you it's going to lead you right to everything you need to know. So I just thank y'all for tuning in today. This should be a fun show. I wish y'all could see the graphics, but I am on Instagram. I'm just trying to get my views up on YouTube so I can monetize the page. But I'm about to go live on Instagram, so y'all gonna see me talking back and forth. About to get started, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. What's up, IG? I'm on IG and I'm on YouTube at the same time. So we're going to talk about this. And I'm laughing because this whole thing is just funny to me. But, I'm waiting for some of these folks to come in. But I'm laughing because, what's up, Miss Hobbs? What's going on? I'm doing good. How you doing? I'm just laughing because this event or whatever was so staged and fake that it's almost like they made it overtly bad on purpose, just to see if people got smarter or if people got dumber. And people actually got dumber. What's up, JT? What's up, Just Caribbean? People actually got dumber. And they made it obvious because you understand that all this stuff has to go by consent. So I'm going to break down the psychology of why a lot of women think it's not staged, why a lot of liberals think it's not staged, and why a lot of people from the sun-kissed community think it's not staged. But I'm going to go into, what's up, Duncan? But I'm going to go into it. And I'm going to get into this thing right now. And I have a lot of evidence. And I'm going to start with the most obvious. The most obvious is, if you all notice that there are a few BioNTech and Pfizer are sponsors of the Oscars this year. They ran a commercial. You want to hear the commercial? We can listen to it.
Are proud sponsors of the Oscars. Pfizer are proud sponsors of the Oscars. This year, back at the Dolby. BioNTech and Pfizer are proud sponsors of the Oscars. This year, back at the Dolby. BioNTech and
So what we see is that, remember when in my first video I said these people in a few months are going to be telling you all to get that, you know, that Jim Jones juice, that, you know, that fourth dose of the Jim Jones juice. So these people, and I said this, and that's before I knew about BioNTech and Pfizer sponsoring the Oscars, because I knew that this was linked to you all getting that snake bite in the future. I knew that. So what you ought to understand is what they do is they give you an event, and that event attached into your emotions. But certain emotions are good, and you need those emotions to fight off certain things. What they do is they just tap in and they drain your emotions, so that way when you see a real event take place, like that fourth dose that's coming, you won't have any emotional reservoir to draw from, and you're going to succumb to it. You're going to be demoralized. Now, at the end of the day, many of you got the Jim Jones juice because you wanted to go on vacation, because you wanted to go back to normal, because you wanted to keep your job. So you got the Jim Jones juice from social pressure, from governmental structural pressures, from all these pressures. So what I'm telling you all is they're going to do this all over again, except this time they're going to deplete your emotions from you. Now, many of you all believe that this is real because it deals with a woman in your mind being done wrong by a man. So that pretty much draws in all the women. That draws in all of the women. But I want you all to know that BioNTech and Pfizer sponsored the Oscars. So I just letting you all know that at the core of what's going on, this is their agenda. At the core of everything, this is their agenda. And it's not what you all think. I'm just telling you all you have to do is remove the emotions and just follow the money. All you got to do is just follow the money. That's it. Just follow the money. Don't take my word for it. I'll be bringing this screen back up again. But now let's get into the foolishness of what's really going on. Now what's really going on is this. What's really going on is this. What we have here is so let's start with the G.I. Jane joke that Chris Rock made. Now I know that most of you all have not seen the G.I. Jane movie. I know you haven't. The G.I. Jane movie it was used strategically because the G.I. Jane movie was ahead of its time. This is one of the G.I. Jane movies, one of the propaganda pieces from 1997 with Demi Moore. Demi Moore looked good in this movie too. I didn't know Demi Moore had a body like that. Go back and look at this movie. Demi Moore had a body. But anyway, Demi Moore in this movie is a hero. She's trying out to be a Navy SEAL, and it was loosely based on a woman that was trying out to be a my bad. The movie was based on a woman trying out to be a Navy SEAL. So basically, this woman was joining the Navy, but she was actually joining in the training and all this stuff. So movie King Tabernacle, I got you. Now listen, hold on. Before I get started, let me get King Tabernacle because I screenshot it and I'd actually voice recorded it, but I actually voice recorded it, but read his statement because his statement is profound. Y'all go follow King Tabernacle right now. I'm gonna go pin his name right now. I'm gonna pin it. I just pinned his comment. Now I want you to listen to what he said, and I want you all to think for a second. You see, a lot of you all are not going to make it in the future because you're too ruled by your emotions. You don't want to think because you feel good with this, and you understand this propaganda makes you feel good. That's why they use it. But most of you all have never seen the G.I. Jane movie. You've never seen it. You've never seen the movie. So you don't even know that the person in the movie, Demi Moore, is a hero. This is the first feminism propaganda piece, one of the first ones that went mainstream. This is a very popular cult film because it deals with women being oppressed by toxic masculinity. And then in the end, feminism, the power of women rises up. I'm telling you, she's a hero. So I'm trying to figure out, how did anybody get offended by him saying that Jada Pinkett Smith should be in a G.I. Jane 2 movie, which I honestly believe she would make a good G.I. Jane 2 movie. I do. I believe she would make a good G.I. Jane 2 movie because I believe that Jada Pinkett is actually a good actress. Anyway, King Tabernacle says, most people get mad at situations they're told to get mad about, but can never articulate their anger. They just know how they feel, never about what they know. I believe this was staged and scripted. Dear liberal-minded left-wing goon squad, since Chris Rock made such a horrible joke, tell me why G.I. Jane is offensive and a matter of shame. Was G.I. Jane about a woman who emasculates her husband in the media every chance she gets? Was G.I. Jane about a married woman having sex with her son's friend while the young man was going through family and mental health issues? Have you ever seen G.I. Jane? Do you know what G.I. Jane is about? The movie aligns with your ideologies, so tell me why the reference was offensive. You all can't tell people why the reference was offensive. You know why? Because it's a movie. You know why? Because you all are conditioned to not need to form an opinion. You all are conditioned to not need context to have an emotion. And that's the problem. You don't have any context. And so when they show you something like this, you all automatically believe it. So when you all see shiny-headed Jada Pinkett Smith in the audience, you all automatically empathize with her. Automatically. Automatically. And a lot of my women in my community, y'all empathize because in your minds, you're thinking, oh my goodness, I could never deal with my hair falling out. Because many of you all in my community, you all won't work out because of your hair. You spend all this money on false hair, lace fronts, the new era headbands with the hair coming out of it, the Mitchell and Ness edges. Y'all do all that stuff with your hair. You know that the women in our community buy up 85% of the hair products, and they make up 6 to 7% of the population. So hair in our community is a very big deal. So the women, when they hear that Jada Pinkett Smith's hair falling out, they automatically lend a bleeding heart. They automatically lead a bleeding heart because they put themselves in Jada Pinkett Smith's shoes. I keep telling you all, when they use the term black, they make black people one person. So you all automatically empathize with Jada Pinkett Smith because she's going bald, not realizing that Pfizer is working on a drug to combat alopecia, the same Pfizer that's sponsoring the Oscars. So how do you all know that Jada Pinkett Smith didn't shave her own hair off? How do y'all know she didn't stage this? How do y'all know she's not working for Pfizer? I'm going to say this again. The women in our community are 67% of the population, and they buy up 85% of the hair products. So that means the number one audience for hair products are the women of our community. So why wouldn't they use Jada Pinkett Smith to push a product? Why not? Why wouldn't she be in bed with Pfizer if she's part of the demographic that buys the most hair care products? I keep telling you all, watch for the money. Follow the money. Follow the money. But y'all ain't never seen G.I. Jane. Now, women in my community fell for it. I got this email when this stuff ended, and God is Dope pressed up shirts immediately. Defend black women. God is Dope went to the pressing machine and printed up shirts immediately. Defend black women. Why would this be about defending black women? Oh, because you are identified with a bald-headed Jada Pinkett Smith. Now, I'm going to tell you why y'all love Jada Pinkett. Y'all love Jada Pinkett because not only was she egregious in messing with her son's friend, but she also cheated on her husband, but she also went bald. So y'all love the hero and the victim thing at the same time. Y'all love that. So y'all love the fact that she was cheating because she didn't feel loved, and y'all love the fact that her hair was falling out. So this is what gets our women into this madness, is the fact that our women love drama and love trauma and love foolishness. Our women gravitate to it. We love all this black girl magic. First you black girl magic, then you defend black women. First you're a queen, then it's protect black women. So we all over the place. Our women love this chaos, emotional chaos. Our women love it. Our women love to be heroes at one time and victims. So when they cheat, it's justified. She cheated on Will Smith because she didn't feel love. But now she's a victim because her hair was falling out. Come on, y'all. Y'all want it both ways. But God is dope. Immediately printed up shirts, defend black women. And I'm going to go to another one so y'all don't think I'm exaggerating. Look at this hoodie. At your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you. Now, Will Smith is a Scientologist. Will Smith and Jada Pinkett Smith are Scientologists. They don't believe in God. So the fact that he repeated this was for you all. It was for you all. It was for the black church. It's for the black church. At your highest moment, be careful. That's when the devil comes for you. That's for the black church. That's for y'all. He's a Scientologist. Jada Pinkett Smith's a Scientologist, but y'all believe these are good people. They Scientologists. Do you know what eugenics is and L. Ron Hubbard? Do you know what that stuff is? They racist. Anyway, I'm just telling you all, you got to follow the money. So I'm just letting you all know all this whole skit, this whole charade was done for you all. And I told you at the core of it, it was going to lead back to that fourth jab. Because Pfizer sponsored this, and Pfizer's in the last trial phase of approving that drug for alopecia. Now I know y'all, and I know a lot of y'all don't like when I get on here and start talking because I'm speaking with facts. Y'all don't like it. I'm not emotional. I don't wake up in the morning feeling bad about myself. I don't wake up in the morning feeling oppressed. So this stuff don't work on me. It's more than the Hollywood. It's more than the Hollywood ritual. It's more than the Hollywood. It's strategic. But let's get into it, though. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Y'all want to get into it? Let's get into it. Let's get into it. Now, here goes Jazane Maxwell. Somebody made this. It's a picture of Jazane Maxwell clutching a picture of Ketanji Brown Jackson, Miss Jackson, if you're nasty. But anyway, it's funny that Ketanji is being defended by our women by the millions because black culture says you can't hold us accountable. So the problem is when Ketanji's up there placating for pedophiles, you all got to find a way to defend her. So you just say the folks that's questioning her are racist and leave it at that. But you're not actually listening to what she's saying. You're not contextualizing what she did. You just going along and saying, you know what, black girl magic, she can't be wrong. This is how they get y'all though. They tap into your emotions, your insecurities, and really with my community, all they do is tap into your insecurities. And women in our community, in my community, one of your big insecurities is hair. You all will literally get obese to keep your hair intact. So you won't work out. You'll literally get overweight and obese just to not work out, to not mess your hair up. And the crazy part is, it's not even your hair. That's how twisted psychologically we are. Is that our women are the most obese and out of shape group on the planet at 81%, but they won't go to the gym. And the number one factor is, they've done studies, the number one factor is they don't want to mess their hair up. So I know that Jada Pinkett Smith is Jada Pinkett Smith is a soft spot for most of our women because their worst nightmare is to wake up and their hair fell out. Even though a lot of y'all are bald headed, y'all would wake up and pass out if the little hair you did have fell out. There was a doctor, I had got a bacteria in my head years ago, and I was going to the scalp doctor, and he used to tell me that so many of the women in your community won't come back for the treatments because it's painful, but then they come back when all their hair is gone. So he told me this years ago about our women in hair. They wouldn't even go to get the treatments to even save their hair when their hair was falling out. When their hair was falling out. They wouldn't even get the treatments. So this hair thing is big in our women. And so they knew if they put shiny head Jada Pinkett Smith in the audience, if they put in the audience front row and shine that big light up top on that head, that was going to draw all of our women in. And the crazy part is most women can't wear a bald head. Jada Pinkett Smith actually looks good with a bald head. Most women can't pull it off. You know, most folks got funny shaved heads. But anyway, but we don't want to hold our women accountable. And so that's part of the first tie-in to all of this stuff, which y'all thinking this is real. You only think it's real because you have an emotional attachment to this, to your worst nightmare, which is your hair falling out. But that doesn't make it real. That just makes them smart. And on top of that, Pfizer's in the last phase of approving to getting the drug approved to fight alopecia, and Pfizer's also sponsoring the Oscars. And Jada Pinkett Smith said she got alopecia. That's right. Her hair just cut short. Ain't nothing wrong with that woman's head. Ain't nothing wrong with Jada Pinkett Smith's head. And I guarantee she's going to say she took that medication from Pfizer and her hair grew back. Watch how she plays, y'all. Watch how Jada Pinkett Smith plays, y'all. She's going to say, I took that medication from Pfizer and my hair grew back. She's going to say, I took that medication from Pfizer and my hair grew back, but all the while, all she did was just shave her hair. You see, it's easy to manipulate you all because you all don't. Okay. It's easy to manipulate y'all because you all hate the facts, but you despise the truth. Black culture says you must hate the facts, but despise the truth. And so y'all don't even realize they about to play y'all in the end. But I told y'all, this is what gives Pfizer credibility. If Pfizer can give a bald-headed woman like Jada Pinkett Smith her hair back, why wouldn't y'all trust the snake bite from them? Why wouldn't y'all trust the Jim Jones juice? If Pfizer is good enough to get a woman's hair back for her, why wouldn't y'all trust the Jim Jones juice? You see how that correlates? Your subconscious can't filter out bad or good with Pfizer. Your subconscious is going to say, it helped Jada Pinkett Smith, it can help you. So I'm telling you now, she's going to play y'all. She's going to come out and say that Pfizer saved her hair. She's going to play y'all. But y'all think this is real, and it's faker than Monopoly money. It's faker than Monopoly money. But let's get to the, hold on, let's get to the slap first. Let's get to the slap. Let's get to the slap. Now, I've done videos on the slap, but I want you to look at, and go look at I Am Mr. Let Go on YouTube and Instagram. I think Mr. Let Go on YouTube and I Am Mr. Let Go on Instagram, but he does a breakdown of this. But I want you to look at this screen and look at that little patch on Chris Rock's face. See that little patch right there on his face? That little patch right there is to add to the sound. It's to add to the sound of the smack. That little piece of, look like the Phantom of the Opera right here. That little piece of whatever that is, look like pig testicle skin on the side of his face. Look at that on the side of his face. That's for the sound effect. That's why he was bracing. That's why Will hit that side. Notice that the patch on the side that Will Smith hit. Notice that the patch was on the side that Will Smith hit. And you can see, and Mr. Let Go said Will Smith looked zesty in this picture because he did, because Will Smith got his, how you arch your back for a slap? How you arch your back for a slap? Arch your back for a slap. Arch your back for a slap. How you arch your back for a slap? Look at this. Will Smith arched his back for a slap and then slapped down and let the hand like this. And then left his hand down like this. So he doing like this and then down like this. He arched his back for a slap. Arched his back for a slap. But y'all believe it's real though. But y'all believe it's real. Somebody said the sweet slap. But y'all believe it's real. Arched his back for a slap. Come on now. But y'all believe it's real. Y'all believe it's real. He arching his back for a slap. And Chris Brown sitting there grinning before he gets slapped, and y'all think it's real. And y'all think it's real. Y'all can't see this? They said we're going to purposefully make the worst stage scene ever and watch these people go for it, which means y'all are not getting smarter, y'all are getting dumber, but you're only getting dumber and dumber because you have less character. Because it takes character to say, I'm not fooling with this foolishness. Y'all know the song Arth is Back for a Slap. Y'all know it's some foolishness. Y'all know it's some foolishness. Hold on. And look at this. Just look at this. He's leaning forward, smiling, grinning, because he's so excited. This about to work, cheesing. Come on, man. I done seen so many of my people believe this is real because y'all love drama, y'all love chaos, y'all love this foolishness. Y'all love somebody getting on stage and acting fool. Y'all love it. We gravitate to that kind of foolishness. And it's all been a stage. It's all been staged. He arched his back, forward slap. Arched his back, forward slap. I want somebody to remix that in a song. Arched his back, forward slap. I wish they'd make a song on the remixes. Arched his back, forward slap. Yeah, we at least, hold on. At least Juicy had a better storyline than this. I mean, Juicy's storyline was better than this. Juicy's storyline was juicy. At least Juicy's storyline was juicy. But we knew Juicy was crazy because Juicy, out of all that happened, he done got the noose put on him, the bleach, all that, got beat up. He still had the footlong in his hand. Pause. After all that happened with Juicy, drugged with the noose, beat up, bleach, all that, he still had the footlong in his hand. Pause. Ain't no way in the world a Subway tuna fish sandwich gonna stay intact through all that. That's how we knew. That's how we knew he was lying. But he arched his back, forward slap. Now, if y'all want to see it closer, we can go again. We can see it closer again. See that little patch on his face? That's for the sound effects. So that's what make it sound like that. And then, if you notice, they cut the audio feed, like they cut the feed that's going to the tape or the feed that's going to the broadcast, and they left the in-house feed open. So they leave the mics open for the in-house feed. That's why they let you hear Will Smith say, keep my wife name out your mouth. So they make Will Smith a hero because he's been looking like a sucker. What Hollywood does all the time is they make you a victim, then they make you a hero. It's the same thing throughout Hollywood. They make you a victim, then they make you a hero. Honest with any celebrity. Look at Britney Spears, look at anybody, they make them a hero, and then they make them a victim, then make them a hero. So now Jada Pinkett Smith cheated, but then she made herself a victim while she cheated. Hero because she's standing up to alopecia. And then she gonna come back and tell y'all, get the Pfizer drug for your alopecia, but then the Pfizer drug gonna have some of that Jim Jones juice in it. You know how they do. You know how they do. It's all fake. It's all fake. Now somebody said, look at all this energy harvested towards the elite. Now, if you notice, what I'm talking about, and when I bring up celebrities, I always correlate it back to what's going on. So the whole premise of this is that fourth dose of the Jim Jones juice. So if anybody's paying attention and not being emotional, jazzy, you will realize that all of this is about the fourth Jim Jones juice. This is about the Great Reset. This is about what they have planned in the future. And I'm going to get into it some more. I'm just correlating how they use these staged events that tie into what's going on. That's why I said, Jazzy, that she's going to tell people to get the Pfizer drug for the alopecia. It's all a setup. All you got to do is follow the money. Now, I'm about to get on to the movie right now. I'm about to get to the movie to let you all know how intricate this thing really goes. And we got some things to talk about, though. Got some things to talk about. Now, you got the King Richard movie with Will Smith. Now, the King Richard movie got a 90 on, got a 90 on Rotten Tomatoes, and then got a 98 on the audience score for Rotten Tomatoes. So the audience like that 98%, almost 100%, and Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 90%. So this film is an A film, and it's a biography film about Venus and Serena's dad. Now, anytime you see Will Smith in a movie where he puts on a fake accent, it doesn't do well because Will Smith is not a person that does a good accent. He's not like Jamie Foxx. When you watch Jamie Foxx and Ray, you thought Jamie Foxx was Ray Charles. Jamie Foxx is a great method actor. So when you watch Ray, you thought that Jamie Foxx was Ray Charles. When you watch Will Smith and Ali, you didn't think he was Ali. You thought he was Will Smith with a bad accent. So normally when Will Smith does a movie where he puts on a fake accent, it's usually bad. And so I watched the King Richard movie. I didn't watch it. I'm sorry. I didn't watch it. I watched a clip from it. I'm going to go to YouTube and go to the clip that I saw. And I want y'all to hear the accent, and you all tell me if the accent is good or not.
What's going on? Everybody okay?
They got a call, said there was trouble in the house.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You all need to look around?
It's a little wet for practice, don't you think? Don't the girls have schoolwork to do? They do their homework. Tommy's first in her class. Lynn and Isha are too.
Now I need mind you saying we hard on these kids. You know why? Because we are. That's our job, to keep them off these streets. You want to check on the kids? Let's check on the kids. We got future doctors, lawyers, plus a couple tennis stars in this house.
The chances of achieving the kind of success that you're talking about is just very, very unlikely.
I just want you to hear him.
Watch me hit a few balls. All right. So tell me your names again.
I'm Venus. I'm Serena.
So what'd you think?
I wrote me a 78-page plan for their whole career before they was even born.
Now, I want you to notice something. I want you to notice something. When Will Smith gives a short line, he can stay in the accent. When he has to talk longer than one line, he loses the accent. So this is why his movies don't do well when there's a fake accent, because he can't keep it. He can't keep the fake accent. That's the problem. Jamie Foxx is a method actor, meaning Jamie Foxx will actually get himself engrossed in the character. That ain't what Will Smith does. So Will Smith just watches a bunch of clips of Serena Williams and Venus Williams' dad talking, but he can't really keep the accent. So he sounds like Will Smith sometimes and sounds like their dad sometimes, and this just sounds stupid sometimes. But let's continue.
These girls so great. How come I've never heard them?
They're from Compton.
It's okay. They're just not used to seeing good-looking peoples like us.
Sound like Will Smith.
They can step up. Maybe she would take a few more steps up. Just get someplace safe.
Sound like Will.
The next Michael Jordan. Oh no, brother man. I got me the next too. This next step you got to take. You're not gonna just be representing you. You're gonna be representing every little black girl on earth.
They're not gonna let you down.
How could you? This world ain't never had no respect for Richard Williams, but they gonna respect y'all.
It's so woke.
Out there with your head up, you are a champion.
It's so.
The world knows. The most dangerous creature on this whole earth. It's a woman who know how to think.
Yes, Daddy.
Ain't nothing she can't do.
Y'all get the gist of it. So now the film got rave reviews, but let's go to how much money the film made. Now everybody liked the film, right? Everybody loves the film. It's obviously a woke movie, and woke movies don't really do well because nobody believes them. That's why the films suck now, because they all woke. TV shows suck now because they all woke. Everything is woke. Everything is woke. They suck. Now let's look at how much the movie made. Now the movie was streamed, and it was streamed by nearly 2 million American households by the end of its first 30 days on HBO Max. By March 20th, the film had been streamed in 2.6 million households United States, including 403 since the Oscar nomination announcement on February. So they tried everything to push this film. Nobody was buying it. So we see right here, nobody's watching the film. They tried to put the film in theaters. Then they tried to do theaters and streaming. It didn't work. Nobody wanted to watch this King Richard film. You know why? Because nobody likes woke movies. People like real movies. Nobody likes woke movies. Y'all gonna represent every little black girl in the world. Ain't nobody going to see that. Ain't nobody going to see that. Nobody believe it. It's not believable. Y'all gonna represent. They didn't respect me, but they gonna respect y'all. That's that old slavery. So, no, ain't nobody going to watch them movies. Nobody's going to watch them movies. After Warner Brothers Picture, King Richard opened to a disappointing $5.8 million at the domestic box office this past weekend. A recent trend became accentuated. Trade publications covering weekend box office performances were harsh, with Variety noting that the film whiffed in theaters. It whiffed in theaters. It whiffed in theaters because nobody wants to see this garbage. It's trash. It's trash. Nobody wants to see it. He got to think about it. Will Smith had to give 2 performances to justify him getting the Oscar for this movie. When was the last time y'all saw a movie that flopped at the box office and lost money get nominated for an Oscar? When was the last time y'all saw a film that flopped at the box office and lost money get an Oscar? Tell me when. When? A film lost money and is in the Oscars? It don't even make sense. It's propaganda. Thanks for the badge, Britt. It's propaganda. They want y'all to go see this whack movie. They tell y'all the movie is so great, but nobody's going to see the movie. You can always tell how folks really feel about the movie based on how much they spend to go watch the movie. And while its simultaneous release as a streaming movie was blamed for its commercial failure, King Richard's nearly 2.5-hour runtime. So the movie not only bad, but it's 2.5 hours. I got to listen for 2.5 hours to Will Smith with a bad accent. I got to listen for 2.5 hours of Will Smith with a bad accent. With a bad accent. Nobody want to see that. I got to listen to 2 hours of Will Smith with that terrible accent going in and out. 1 minute he sound like the Fresh Prince. The next minute he sound like a sharecropper. He going from Fresh Prince to sharecropper. He go from Uncle Phil to Master Johnson. Which one? It's too much. King Richard's nearly 2.5-hour runtime may also be a cause. Audiences were highly receptive to the film, which was also nominated for multiple Best Picture awards. So if audiences were receptive to the movie, why did they go see it? Why didn't they go see the movie? If they were so receptive to the movie, why didn't they go see the movie? Why didn't they go see the movie? Why didn't they go see it? If the people love the movie so much, and I'll tell y'all right now, the movie made, I'm trying to find my clip, my little thing. The movie made $38 million. The movie made $38 million. The movie made $38 million. Now, how much do you all think Will Smith got paid for this film? Now, we know on average, Will Smith gets $30 million per film. How much do you think Will Smith got paid for this film? How much do you think that Will Smith got paid for this woke film? Because they were banking on you all being emotional and going to watch this woke feminism drama, this woke mighty empowerment drama, this woke subservient man You got the subservient man. I've been beat down by society, but not my children. That man. He ain't acting like LeVar Ball. That one clip went viral where he was like, when the girl says she confident, that's it. Let me find that clip. Let me find that clip. Let me find that clip. They made King Richard soft in the movie. They made him soft. They ain't finna put you on where that confidence clip at? Here go right here. Here go right here. That confidence clip.
Did you know
And guess what? They was being interviewed, but this a white liberal.
You say it so easily. Why? You can't believe it? But she said it with so much confidence the first time. But you keep on going and on. Listen, we can't keep interrupting him. If you want to understand that you're dealing with an image of a 14-year-old child, and this child will be out the play with your whole ass and ego in the brain. When she says something, we done told you what's happening. You're dealing with a little black kid, and then your kid should have answered it with a lot of confidence. Leave that alone.
That's their daddy. That ain't Will Smith. That's why nobody watched the film. Because that's their daddy. If dude would have got too slick, he got hit in his mouth. That's their daddy. That's the real King Richard. Will Smith that. Will Smith the one crying on stage, I gotta be a river for my people. That ain't their daddy. That ain't their daddy. That's their daddy right there. Knock somebody's head off about their daughter. That's their father. That ain't Will Smith. That's not Will Smith. Nobody watched the film because it was Will Smith. Nobody believes it. It's not believable. Will Smith is soft. He's soft in the movie. Nobody watched it. That's their right there. He said, the girl says she confident, leave it alone. That's their daddy. That ain't Will Smith. But anyway, the King Richard film made $38 million. Now let's see how much they paid Will Smith for this woke film because they thought y'all was going to run to the film. They thought with all the drama that Jada and Will had that y'all was going to run and watch this film. That's what they thought. But they were sadly mistaken because I know y'all don't support this kind of stuff. I know y'all. I know the real y'all don't support this woke stuff. As much as y'all hated Donald Trump, y'all love to watch it. Because y'all love drama. So y'all love to watch it. It was even a writer that said that the Oscar was about Donald Trump. I'm gonna get to that too. Oscar, this slap was about Donald Trump. I'm gonna get to that. That's how woke we are, to where we blaming Donald Trump for the fake Will Smith and Chris Rock slap. Will Smith was paid $40 million for King Richard. The film made $38 million. So how did they pay Will Smith if the film? So that means they lost money. They negative $2 million. So the report said that Will Smith had to share his salary with the actors and actresses on the set because the film lost money. They went under budget. You know why? Because ain't nobody watching this woke mess. Ain't nobody watching this woke mess. It's not good. It's not believable. Will Smith is never believable. That's the problem. When he plays another character, he's never believable. That's the problem. Will Smith had his highest payday with King Richard, but it wasn't real. You know why? Because the film lost money. So that means his highest payday became a regular payday because he had to pay the people on the set with his money. Oh, he's so virtuous. He's so noble. He's so honorable. Yeah, it sounds good. They was banking on y'all being emotional and watching this film. They was banking on y'all running out there, black girl magic. They was banking on y'all feminine. They was banking on all of it. Racism. They was banking on all of it for y'all run, and nobody watched it. This film got rave reviews and nobody watched the film. So much to where the film lost money. Tell me the last time y'all saw a movie that lost money, underperformed, and was nominated. It was how? When was the look at Will Smith in this? We ain't believing it. Look at the shorts. Nobody believed the short. But listen, my uncle about 6'4", 300. My uncle be wearing shorts like this, say bike on them. My uncle wear these shorts, but when my uncle wear them shorts like that, he still look masculine. He still look strong. Look at Will Smith. Knees look weak, barely push. Look at this. It's all the imagery. Look at him. This look like a Hallmark card. Come on, man. It's like a image for how to be in your children's life. Look at this. It's soft. Nobody believes it. Nobody believes Will Smith. They was banking on y'all going to see the movie. They was banking on it. They gonna run to this one. Yeah, right. Yeah, look at him. Yeah, right. My uncle dressed just like this. My uncle dresses just like this, except he still look masculine. How that man, we call it the how that man got the on and he still look masculine. Because how he carry himself. He got the little bitty shorts on with a big old fat wallet sticking out. Come on, man. Got some gold chains, cologne. He don't care. Got some church shoes on, some socks, some nylons. Got a little shirt on, opened up. Come on, he fresh. He still look at Will. Come on, man. Look at Will. Ain't nobody buying this. When's the last time y'all saw a film that got rave reviews, but nobody went to see? When was the last time you all saw a film that got rave reviews that nobody went to see? You've never seen it. What film got rave reviews that nobody went to see besides Moonlight? That was a propaganda film too. I said, what was the big deal about Moonlight? The script might have been 2 pages. They weren't even talking in the movie that much. What was so big about Moonlight? Nothing, just pushed an agenda. It just puts an agenda for the LGBTQP. Don't forget X, Y, Z. It was the start of making homosexuality masculine. That's all they're doing. They're taking masculinity and they making it homosexual. That's all they're doing. But y'all can't see it because you're emotional. In the movie Moonlight, he had the same story. His idol, his mentor was a drug dealer, mom on drugs, single parent household, in the hood, same story. They feed y'all the same narrative. They feed y'all the same narrative over and over again, and y'all keep falling for it. Keep telling y'all woke means weak. Y'all keep falling for this being black culture. They suck y'all in every time. They got all these women in America petrified their hair finna fall out from alopecia. Keisha about to suffer from alopecia. Keisha's afraid of alopecia. Keisha's afraid of alopecia. Keisha and alopecia. It'd be a movie. Keisha and alopecia. But y'all fall for all this woke stuff. Movie trash. Movie's trash. Now let's get to Chris Rock and his incentive for doing this. Oh, I bet y'all didn't know that Chris Rock was trying to hop on a tour with Kevin Hart. I bet y'all didn't know that Chris Rock was hopping on a tour with Kevin Hart. Now, we all know that Kevin Hart ain't that funny. We also know that Chris Rock is funny. But the difference is, ain't nobody finna pack out no stadium to see Chris Rock. And we do know that Chris Hart's fans are not Chris Rock's fans. We know that Chris Hart does slapstick comedy, and we know that Chris Rock does critical thinking comedy. So Chris Rock wants to get on this tour. How can you get folks to buy into this tour? Now, Mr. Let go check him out on YouTube. He brought up a very good point. He said that this whole staged event benefited Chris Rock because now you have everybody wanting to go watch this to see what he says about what happened at the Oscars. You see how all this stuff intertwines once you follow the money? You see how this hand's washing this. You see how Pfizer's working over here. and the Chris Rock tour working over here, and then the Will Smith movie working on. All this stuff's working together. All this stuff works together. It's like the little thing where they, like a person juggling. All of them working together. They're just working together. You got Pfizer, you got BioNTech, you got Alopecia, you got the Chris Rock tour, you got the King Arthur movie. They all working together. They all working together. So now, my bad, Chris Hart, my fault. Chris Hart, well, Chris Hart, Kevin Rock, whatever y'all want to call it, I don't know. But right. And someone said, and I'm gonna pull up images of alopecia. I'm gonna pull up images of alopecia. And what Jada Pinkett Smith showed y'all was a line across her head right here is alopecia. A line across her head is alopecia. So we got Chris Rock about to start this tour soon. This tour is starting soon. Maybe even next week, this tour is starting soon. So how convenient is it for it to be a fake slap? And right after that, Chris Rock is going on tour with Kevin Hart. And now everybody's going to want to see Chris Rock on stage because they want to hear what he talks. And I guarantee he's going to have a whole 30 minutes about what happened at the Oscars. He's going to have so much material. He's going to have he going to tie it into protect black women. He gonna tie it into black girl. He gonna tie it into every protect the women. I was wrong. He gonna emasculate himself on stage. He'll do it on tour. Right, Mimi. Alopecia been around for years, and now it's a big thing. So now you see how what Chris Rock did ties into his tour with Kevin Hart. Because otherwise, ain't nobody going to see Chris Rock. I'm sorry. If you look at Chris Rock's venues, they're not stadiums. Chris Rock can't tour and sell out a stadium like Kevin Hart. I'm sorry. And guess what? Kevin Hart ain't even funny to me at all. Chris Rock's actually funny to me. Ain't nobody going to watch him though. Ain't nobody going to watch him. But I bet they go watch him now. I bet they go watch him now. I bet they go watch Chris Rock now. Look at that. They going on tour. Look at this. Going on tour. I'm telling you, listen, y'all, man. They strategically do this stuff. Look, they're going on tour. Look. They're going on tour. They're going on tour. Will Smith on stage crying, apologizing. His emotions got the best of him. Stop. It was so staged and fake, and y'all fell for it because y'all worst nightmare is you waking up bald-headed. So fear drove y'all to believe this, just like fear drove y'all to take that Jim Jones juice. Same thing, same emotion. They know how to tap into it. The problem is y'all can't tap into your own emotions. Y'all can't tap into your own emotions. Let's go look at a movie that Will Smith did with another accent. Now they look at this one. The Concussion movie wasn't a woke movie. Look at the audience. Look at Rotten Tomatoes gave it. 58%. They was honest. They were honest on this film because it was garbage. Because his accent is trash. He sounded like a Nigerian scam artist for 1 second, and then he sounded like Will Smith in I Am Legend talking to that dog. Nigerian scam artist on one moment, then Will Smith talking to that dog in another. It ain't believable. It's not believable. That's why Will Smith does the best in action films. He does the best in action films where he can focus on being active. When he do an accent, it's terrible. 74% of the audience approve of the movie, but let's see how the movie made. Now, this is another bad film with his accent. Now, let's see how much this movie made. Just trying to drive home my point, y'all. I'm just driving home my point. Ain't nobody going to watch this mess. Concussion. The Will Smith terrible accent movie. Concussion grossed $34.5 million in North America and $14.1 million in other territories for worldwide total of $48.6 million against the budget of $35 million. So the film, my math is not that good, but the film made $13.6 million. The concussion movie, about something, a big topic with the NFL and everything, the concussion movie made $14.6 million, but they had to pay Will $30 million for the film. So they didn't make nothing. So the concussion movie, they didn't make no money because they had to pay Will 30. So anytime Will does an accident in a movie, nobody goes to see it because nobody believe it. Pursuit of Happiness was to me, Pursuit of Happiness was his best movie. But to me, a lot of what helped him in that film was the fact that he had his son there, a child. So it made you more empathetic to the character. Yes, the CTE movie, yes. It made you, so his son being in that film made you more sympathetic and empathetic to the character. So it made his acting seem that much better. But his acting wasn't better. You just believed him more because he had a child there. I know how this game works. I know how this game works. Yeah, this is the film that Jada and them boycotted the Oscars for, this terrible film. First, they said the Oscars didn't have enough people. Then Will Smith came back and said, oh, it's not racist. So which one is it? That's right. Negative $15 million. The film lost money. But it wasn't woke. So they wasn't going to push it. 7 pounds is all right. Now listen, I'm not saying that Will Smith is just a terrible actor. He doesn't make good films. I'm saying when Will Smith does these accents, the films are usually trash. Because he can't keep the accents. No different than the guy that played in Get Out, that guy, he can't keep the accents either. That's why if you notice, he gets limited lines. He can't keep the accents. A lot of these folks aren't really talented actors. They're not. I'll take that back. A lot of these folks are talented actors. They just can't act, if that makes sense. So now let's go back real quick. So we see that Chris Rock teaming up with Kevin Hart. I go about a great point. This gives Chris a lot of cachet on the tour because now because think about it. What these people do is because y'all don't want to really watch them and y'all don't really care about them, they have to create viral moments. If you notice, most of these celebrities are popular or are staying relevant due to viral moments. They're not staying relevant based on what they're actually doing, their productions. They're staying relevant based on going viral, based on doing something foolish. They go viral based on doing something foolish. Chris Rock isn't viral for his comedy anymore. He's viral because he got slapped. Will Smith isn't viral for King Richard. He's viral because he did the slapping. So they have to stay relevant. These guys are relics. They're relics of the past. They're trying to hold on. I knew Will Smith was falling off when he got on Instagram. In the beginning, most of these celebrities wouldn't dare be on Instagram. It was beneath them. But now all these celebrities are on Instagram because ain't nobody going to watch them movies because there's nobody watching these woke films. The reason why the films are trash is because they're woke. The reason why the films are trash is because they're woke. Ain't nobody going to watch no woke movie. Ain't nobody going to watch no woke film. Do y'all know that being woke was started back in the 1930s? Did y'all know that being woke was started back in the 1930s? That means they have not changed the script. They just keep recycling everything. Just like I Can't Breathe is going to be linked to climate change in the future. They don't create nothing new. They just keep recycling it because guess what? Because humanity's getting dumber and dumber because we have less character. We have less character. That's the problem. We don't have any more character. Woke is an English adjective meaning alert to prejudice and discrimination that originated in the African American vernacular English. Now watch this. Beginning in the 2010s, it came to encompass a broader awareness of social inequalities such as sexism, and also has been used as shorthand for left-wing ideas involved identity politics, social justice, such as the notion of white privilege and slavery reparations of African Americans. So we see that woke initially started for our people, and then it branched out to everybody else. The civil rights movement was about our people, then it branched out to everybody else. You see a pattern? Woke started out about our people, and then it branched out to everybody else. The civil rights movement started out for our people, then it branched out to everybody else. You see a pattern. You see a pattern. Let's keep going. Y'all can't really see it, but this term woke was dealing with racial and political issues is back in the 1930s. And I wish we could condense this text, but it basically started back in the 1930s for stay woke, meaning stay woke and alert to what's going on with racial inequality, racism, and political inequalities. So this term started back in the 1930s, being woke. Who knew? I didn't know. Who knew? But it lets you know that it's still the matrix. But it lets you know that it's still the matrix. Now, Pfizer, Novartis, and Eli Lilly among farmers hitting the red carpet with the Academy Award TV ads. Now, guess what? At least Pfizer and Eli Lilly are coming up with a drug for alopecia. So it's convenient, and I'd venture to say Novartis is too. Can someone look up and see if Novartis has an alopecia medicine? Can someone look up and see if Novartis has an alopecia medicine? Let me look it up. I'm trying to look it up real quick. Can someone look up and see if if y'all can look it up? Because I have a theory about all three of these, because already 2 out of the 3 have a drug for alopecia and they're sponsoring the Oscars. I just want to see if Novartis is doing it as well. I hope Novartis is, just so I can, look like a genius. Let me see. Let me see. Yep. 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 Novartis. So what is the chances of Pfizer, Novartis, and Eli Lilly all creating a drug for alopecia, all sponsoring the Academy Awards? What's the likelihood of Pfizer, Novartis, and Eli Lilly all having a drug for alopecia, all sponsoring the Academy Awards? The same Academy Awards that had Will Smith fake slap Chris Rock because he was talking about his wife being bald-headed and she was bald from alopecia. How is that a coincidence? How is that a coincidence? How can all 3 of those things be in line? Pfizer, Novartis, and Eli Lilly, all sponsoring the Oscars, all have a drug about alopecia. The same alopecia that made Will Smith fake slap Chris Rock about with Jada Pinkett Smith. What are the odds? Come on. These are the dots being connected. These are the dots being connected. Look at phase 3 of the trial. Look what we're talking about. All 3 of them have a drug for alopecia. Look at Pfizer. What else does Pfizer have? What else does BioNTech have? Come on, y'all. These are the dots being connected. Y'all want to be emotional. We ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for it. Look at this. Pfizer, Riedel, sitting in bid, hits goal and alopecia phase. I don't know what that is. Phase 3, setting up for a showdown with Lilly. Right. They competing. They're competing through the Oscars for you. And guess who they use? I told y'all 1,000 times that we are the people of influence. Every agenda they have, they use us to push it. Do you see it now? That's how 2 years ago they had those BLM commercials. They went from BLM, they ended with trans. They use our people to do it because we are the people of influence. Megan McGovern, shout out to Megan McGovern, say this all the time. We are the people of influence. If you just sit back and look, you can see they use us to push every agenda. So anytime you see us pushing something, you know it's not good. Anytime you see us pushing anything, you should know it's not good because they're using us to influence the masses. Goodness. Let me go back to that. Let me go back to that. What are the chances, again, of Pfizer, Novartis, and Eli Lilly all having a drug coming out to treat alopecia, all sponsoring the Oscars, the same Oscars that had Will Smith fake slap Chris Rock over Jada Pinkett Smith having alopecia? And y'all want me to believe that her alopecia is real when it goes specifically into this whole agenda. I'm connecting the dots because I'm not emotional about it. Y'all emotional about it. Come on. Look at this. CNN analyst basically said that the Chris Rock and Will Smith thing was about Trump because the audience wasn't offended by the toxic masculinity of Will Smith and Chris Rock, and that's why they stayed and enjoyed the Oscars. Nobody left and walked out because Trump said the Oscars was boring. So in other words, because Trump says it's boring, basically they're saying in this article that people are becoming more and more like Trump. How do you tie Trump into this staged event? How are you that woke? Listen, the article makes no sense. I'm trying to make it make sense. The article makes no sense of them trying to tie this into Trump, but basically they're saying that folks should have walked out when Will Smith fake slapped Chris Rock. And because they didn't, that means the audience is like Trump now. They want to see something crazy. The audience is like Trump. This is absolutely insane. This is absolutely insane that we've fallen for this mess. Do y'all think this is alopecia that Jada Pinkett Smith has? Jada Pink still has her hairline. Jada Pinkett Smith still has her hairline. Does Jada Pinkett Smith have alopecia? She might have jalapeno, but she ain't got alopecia. She don't have alopecia. Look at this. Look at alopecia. Now, she got the most extreme case right here in the end, right? That's imagery. The most extreme case of alopecia is just all bald, but that's imagery. That's why she shaved her hair off. You never saw Jada Pinkett Smith with none of this going on. You never saw a patch missing. You never saw them edges gone. You never saw the top. You never saw none of this stuff. All you saw was her hair shaved bald and her telling you that it was alopecia. Her telling you it was alopecia. And a lot of my women are just hanging on to this because it's y'all worst nightmare that y'all wake up and y'all bald-headed. I know y'all got emotional ties to this. Y'all are connected to this, but it's not real. Let this go. Let being a victim go. Let being oppressed go, because it makes you foolish. Let it go. If you ain't got alopecia now, you ain't gonna get it. Let it go. Jada Pinkett Smith got her hair shaved bald for y'all. It's for y'all to look at it and say, I don't want that. And then when the drug comes out, y'all are gonna go out and buy that drug from Pfizer or whoever else about that alopecia. And then you're gonna think, well, if Pfizer has a drug that's good for my hair, then clearly the James Jones juice can't be bad. Then clearly the snake oil can't be bad. If it's helping me get my hair back, how could it be bad in the jab? It's a setup. And I told y'all, this whole Oscars thing was about y'all getting that 4th dose. I told y'all. I told y'all that. Y'all holding on to this. Y'all holding on to this. It ain't real. Alopecia Areata, sudden hair loss that starts when one or more circular bald patches that may develop. Sudden hair loss that starts when one or more circular bald patches that may overlap. Jada Pinkett Smith sold y'all a line in her head and said that was alopecia. Not according to the definition and not according to the examples that we saw. Not according to the definition, not according to the examples they saw. So not only was the Chris Rock and Will Smith thing staged, but Jada Pinkett Smith alopecia staged as well. I told y'all the goal was to get y'all to get that James Jones juice, that 4th dose. I told y'all that. And I'm going to go back to what I said. Pfizer, Novartis, and Eli Lilly all sponsored the Oscars. They all have a drug for alopecia. The same alopecia that made Will Smith get up and fake slap Chris Rock. How is that a coincidence? How is that a coincidence? How do they correlate? Pfizer, Novartis, and Eli Lilly all have a drug for alopecia. They all are sponsoring the Oscars. Will Smith fake slapped Chris Rock because he made a comment about Jada Pinkett Smith's alopecia. So now we know if we follow the money, remove the emotions. If we follow the money, remove the emotions, we can see the truth. So now we got to even question her alopecia. Because if it was staged based off her alopecia, now we got to question that. There are no coincidences. There are no coincidences, Chris Rock. That's funny. There are no coincidences. Y'all want this to be real so bad. And all your major players pushing that jab are sponsoring the Oscars. I told y'all, I knew it. I said this event is going to lead to that 4th dose of that James Jones juice. I said it. I knew it. And y'all fell for it. Chris Rock gets to be on that tour and have folks come. Y'all finna go watch that Will Smith movie that's trash, King Arthur. Y'all finna go get that drug for alopecia. Because like I said, the women in our community account for 85% of the hair care products, and the women are only 7 to 6% of the population. That's how much our women are focused on hair. That's why our women empathize with Jada Pinkett Smith so much. That's why. Even though they'll tell you that the alopecia is brought on by stress. Even though they'll tell you that the alopecia is brought on by stress. They'll tell you that. They'll tell you that the number one cause of hair loss is stress. They'll tell you that. They'll tell you that. I'm not making this up. I just read. I'm not making it up. I just read. So we didn't let these people right here, and Jada Pinkett Smith's face is blocked out. We didn't let these 3 folks right here play us yet again. They've played us yet again because y'all feel inferior about yourself. I had somebody fighting with me the other day telling me the man got mad. He wanted to fight because I said I wasn't black. He wanted to fight me because I said I wasn't black. And I said some white people said that you was black and you was white. They said that. They gave you them stats. He said they said it because it was true. This man wanted to fight me because I said I wasn't black. I said, how are you upset? Because I don't want to be black. I said, I didn't say I wanted to be white. I said I didn't want to be black. I don't want to be a color, period. But how are you going to be upset? Because this man was upset. Listen, you thought I would have stole his money and took his woman. That's how mad he got. How you mad at me because I say I'm not black? How you get wanting to fight? You black. You black. I'm black. I'm just, the man sound crazy. And I said, you can't tell me one good thing about being black. Look what black people have. Hold up. Look what black folks have to do being black. You got to go on stage and fake slap somebody. You got to go on stage and put on a minstrel show for the world. That's what being black gets you, doing a minstrel show. Because to be black is to be controlled. Because when you are black, they give you a script. That's why they can say you can act black. You can act black. And so the first thing they did with this was attach race to it, protect black women. It's still the Matrix. It's all still the Matrix. It's still the Matrix. It's still the Matrix. How we still going for this? How we falling for Will Smith and Chris Rock? How we falling for it? And Jada Pinkett Smith, how are we falling for this? As much as happened these last 2 years, how are we falling for this? Excuse me. Yeah, black and white is made up. Man, some foolishness. Now, why ain't your favorite celebrities talking about this? Why ain't your favorite celebrities talking about what's the food shortages? Joe Biden said we're going to have food shortages, and not name one of these celebrities that got on the platform and said how we got to prepare for these food shortages. Why not? Why hasn't Will Smith said this is how we're going to prepare for the food shortage? Why hasn't Chris Rock said this is how we got to prepare for the food shortages? Why hasn't Jada Pinkett Smith said this is how we got to prepare for the food shortages? Why have those three people not told you all how to prepare for the food shortage? You know why? Because they're working with the people. Because they're working with the people. They wouldn't dare give you any real information, but they will get on stage and do a fake slap. They will get on stage and put on a minstrel show, but they won't prepare you for what's coming. They're not going to tell you to store up on some food, some non-perishables. They're not going to tell you to store up on your water. They're not going to tell you that. Your first aid. They're not going to tell you that. Your ibuprofen, your aspirins. They're not going to tell you that. They're going to go on stage and put on a fake stage event to deceive you even more. None of your favorite celebrities are talking about preparing for what's about to take place. And Joe Biden just said we're going to have real food shortages. Klaus Schwab said we're going to have a cyber attack. For the past 2 years, he's been saying it. So we got cyber attack and we got food shortages. How are y'all going to prepare? This is why they do this stuff at the Oscars, for this reason right here. They don't want you prepared. And these same celebrities are going to tell you to go down there and get that 4th dose of that Jim Jones juice. Go down to that FEMA camp. Go down to that green zone. These same celebrities that y'all trust so much are going to sell y'all down the river. And y'all think it's all real. How do y'all get dumber? I'll tell you. Because you have less character. They talking about the collapse of the US dollar. What are y'all going to do if the United States dollar falls and when you make money, it doesn't mean anything? What are you all prepared to do if the money you have in your pocket isn't worth anything? Noble Drew Ali said there will come a time when a person will drop a $20 bill and will not bend down to pick it up. In other words, it will cost them too much just to bend down and pick up a $20 bill. That's where the US dollar is going. Why are none of your favorite celebrities talking about this? Why are none of your favorite celebrities talking about the collapse of the US dollar? Joe said you better buy gold and silver. You better buy some hard assets. Why are your favorite celebrities not telling you all to prepare for the collapse of the US dollar? Why is Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Chris Rock doing a stage scene instead of telling you all to prepare for what's to come? You know why they're not? Because they're all in on it. They're all in on it. And y'all believe it's real. How did y'all get dumber? With the US dollar's dominance in question, here's how China's yuan or yen, whatever you say it, yuan, yan, or yen, could become a global reserve currency and why it wouldn't be all bad. So they're already preparing you for taking on China's currency. They're already preparing you for taking on China's currency. Why are none of your favorite celebrities talking about this? I'll tell you why. Because they all in on it. Because they all in on it. Because they all in on it. They all in on it. Chris, Crack Rock, and Will, Agent Smith. They all in on it. All of them. They don't want you prepared. If you prepare yourself, you will not listen to them. Come on. Thank you so much, Clay, Willina. Come on. They will not listen. Y'all ain't prepared for the dollar go digital. Somebody said, where's Cardi B? Exactly. Why none of your celebrities talking about what's going on? When Joe Biden said a food shortage, all your celebrities shut up. You know why? Because they can't go against the system and tell us to get prepared. That's why. They can't tell you to be a sovereign person. They can't tell you about food sovereignty. You cannot be prepared. Come on, man. Come on. Look at this. When the US dollar collapses, look what's next in line. When the US dollar collapses, look what is next in line. I got the yen and the yuan or the yen and I got the dollar for y'all on YouTube. Somebody said, Jemima, I'm honestly scared about what's going on. You know why she's scared? Because she knows it's real. And you know why y'all not scared? Because y'all trying to avoid the obvious. You see, the truth should give you some level of anxiety, some level of fear. What's to come should make you a little bit afraid. Y'all walking around here talking about protect black women from this fiasco, and these folks talking about getting rid of the US dollar. Y'all should be a little bit afraid. You should be a little bit uneasy, but you're not. Because most of y'all plan on just doing what they say doing in the first place. Most of y'all plan on doing what these folks say do. Most of y'all plan on doing what these folks say do. So you really don't care. You're gonna comply. So if they say get this, y'all. If they say get that, y'all gonna get it. If they say get this, y'all gonna get it. If they say get the chip, y'all gonna get it. Get the chip, y'all gonna get it. Y'all already know y'all gonna comply. So y'all aren't afraid or worried because you're already gonna comply. But I can almost guarantee you, if you make a deal with the devil, it's gonna cost you everything. That's right, Joe. We ain't gotta be scared. We gotta have faith. Faith over fear. But I understand somebody being afraid. Because if you're being afraid, that at least lets me know you know it's real and you want to do something about it. Having fear lets me know you tune into what's going on. But fear not. They say stocking up is selfish. Well, they crazy. I'm going to go back to it, though. And then I'll be done. Pfizer, Novartis, and Eli Lilly all sponsored the Oscars. Pfizer, Novartis, and Eli Lilly all have a drug coming out for alopecia. Think about that for a second. What is the coincidences of Will Smith walking on stage, fake slapping Chris Rock because he made a joke about his wife's bald head and alopecia? What are the chances that all these dots are connected? What are the chances that all of these dots, Pfizer, Novartis, Eli Lilly, the Oscars, or Academy Awards, Will Smith, Jada Pinkett Smith, and Chris Rock, what are the chances that they all connect? And what are the chances that
BioNTech and Pfizer are proud sponsors of the Oscars. This year, back at the Dolby. BioNTech and Pfizer are proud sponsors of the Oscars. This year, back at the Dolby. BioNTech and Pfizer are proud sponsors of the Oscars. This year, back at the Dolby. BioNTech and Pfizer are proud sponsors of the Oscars. This year, back at the Dolby. BioNTech and Pfizer are proud sponsors of the Oscars. This year, back at the Dolby.
So I'm going to end on this. So the dots have been connected. And we see that Pfizer, Novartis, and Eli Lilly have a drug for, or Lilly, whatever it is, Lilly L, Lilly, whatever, have a drug coming out. So we have 3 pharmaceutical companies all sponsoring the Oscars, all have a alopecia drug coming out. Pfizer definitely has the Jim Jones juice, 4th dose coming. I'm assuming the other 2 probably do as well. All these people, things are connected, but y'all believe that these 3 people are being honest. Y'all believe that these three people are being honest when everything they did lines up pharma and you getting that 4th dose of the Jim Jones juice. What are the chances? What are the chances, people? Am I saying don't have emotions? No. I'm saying if these people do these events, it means it's for a reason. We got 3 big pharma companies sponsoring the Oscars. They have a drug coming out for alopecia. Jada Pinkett Smith conveniently has a shaved head, and she's saying it's alopecia. But what she pointed to as alopecia isn't a sign of alopecia. It's just not. So why do I believe that Jada Pinkett Smith even has alopecia if the end goal is for you all to get a drug for alopecia? How convenient. How convenient. They're all in cahoots. They're all in cahoots with what's going on. They're all in cahoots with what's going on. So again, I know, ladies, you got a bleeding heart for Jada Pinkett Smith because your worst nightmare is that you lose your crown. But just think, what are the chances of all this stuff being connected? Big Pharma connected with Will Smith, Jada, and Chris Rock? Come on, y'all. How did we get dumber? We didn't get dumber. We just have less character. Because I keep telling you all, Black culture is going to cost y'all. Because Black culture is still around, even though we're in the age of a great awakening and an information age, you're still part of Black culture. And Black culture ain't going to let you go. So at the end of all this, you're going to have to not be Black to make it. And I'm sorry to tell you all that. But at the end of all this, you're going to have to not be Black to make it. Remember those people that bought all that land in Georgia? like 90-something acres, and they was having their own town, Freedom Town. Everybody thought it was a great idea. I said the fact that they are publicizing some folks from our community buying all that land, I don't trust it. And guess what? You know how they got that land? From the government. Government funded land. So if that land is from the government, what does that tell y'all? Why would the government give some people from our community all that land? To do what? To be free? Freedom Town? Nah, to be more controlled. Imagine a program where you start incentivizing us to be on plots of land with all these acres. And you created your own reservation. But guess what? It's still government property. So that means whatever the government mandates, you got to comply with it. But now you got to comply with it because everything you're doing is tied to it. Where you live, what you're eating, what you're doing. I told you all this gonna put y'all back in slavery, and y'all didn't believe me. Y'all got mad at me, called me sellout. I told y'all they're gonna put y'all back in slavery. And I mean that. Because if y'all are falling for this Chris Rock and Will Smith fiasco, it's over for y'all. Y'all not gonna make it. If y'all are falling for this Chris Rock and Will Smith staged event with Jada Pinkett's shiny head in the audience, with Jada Pinkett's light bulb head in the audience, y'all not gonna make it. And I mean that. I'm gonna say it again. What are the chances of the 3 pharmaceutical companies sponsoring the Oscars having an alopecia drug coming out? What are the chances? And Jada Pinkett Smith telling y'all she got alopecia. And I guarantee her hair's gonna grow back after she took one of these drugs, and I guarantee it's gonna be Pfizer, because Pfizer got the Jim Jones juice that we gonna take. Not we, excuse me, I rebuke that. Not we that they want us to take. So again, in your subconscious, if the Pfizer is good for my hair, then it has to be good for my immune system. And that's how they're gonna get y'all. I love y'all, and I thank y'all for tuning in. Y'all have a blessed day, and stop falling for it because it's all the Matrix. If it's the Matrix, then it's all the Matrix. I love y'all. Thank you. Thank y'all.